Well, look at this. A lovely Friday evening. And I even know the date. It's the 7th of May. I'm rubbish at remembering the date, but today is the 7th of May. Finish work, come home, the sun's out. So I thought we'd have a nice little ride around. Get some fresh air. And I've also got this new body mounted camera. If you can see here, so we're going to try that out, see what view we get from that. No particular reason, I just thought let's try out another view, see what it's like. See if we can pick up my ultimate add-ons case. But look at this. It's about time we started getting some sun. I don't think it's lasting now. I don't think we're going to be having this for much longer. I think we've got some rubbish weather coming again, but not today. Not today. What are we on? 12 degrees. So we'll talk about a few little things today. I want to talk about an update for the Elan Valley weekender, just to give those who are coming some more information. And I promised to do a shout out to Billy Skin. Billy Skin from Black Country Beast. Now Billy Skin is my mate, going back years and years. We were in bands together, and he is Black Country Beast. He makes the wrestling gear for professional wrestlers, and he had a video up last night. I'll put a link to his channel if anybody's into the wrestling. I think it's WWE wrestling, I think he does. I'm not 100% sure. Apologies Billy Skin if I've got that wrong, but I'll put a link up to his channel. You can see him how he makes all these garments and the art and the skill involved it takes to do it. He did message me earlier saying, do I want to meet up for the beer? And I said, unfortunately, I've just headed out on the bike. And obviously I wanted to make this video, so Billy Skin, apologies mate, we'll meet up soon and have a beer. So Elan Valley, the little, thank you sir, oh madam, I couldn't see, the sun was in my eyes. So Elan Valley, so originally we had it the 15th of May last year. Obviously lockdown happened, that got cancelled. We then tried to move it to September, but we couldn't with the Welsh Government, so we moved it to May this year, the same weekend, May the 15th, 16th I think. But there was a bit of a delay between our lockdown easing restrictions and Wales's lockdown and restrictions. So although we could get out, it meant I can't even talk today. God, it meant in Wales you couldn't. So we spoke to the campsite and we've moved it to the 11th and 12th of June. So Friday the 11th, Saturday the 12th. So the plan is, what we will do, I'm at work on the Thursday, so is Goose, so is quite a few others. So when I finish work at 4, I'll get home, I'll get everything ready on the Thursday night, and then we'll head out tea time to Elan Valley, Elan Oaks, the campsite's called, Elan Oaks in Elan Valley. So we'll head out at about tea time. I'd imagine we'll get there between, well, I don't know, 7 and 8ish. So we'll get there on the Friday night, get the tent set up, have a few beers. There's quite a few, but the majority of people are camping the Friday night as well. So if any of you get there earlier in the day, if you've got the day off, what I will do, I'll email all the people who's camping the PIN code to the gate to get into the campsite, because you'll need that code to gain access. And then we'll arrive later on that evening and meet everyone. I sort of think with that sun being low you can't see. For those of you who are coming on the Saturday, you will need to get there early so we can set out. What I'll do is I'll put a link up now to our Elan Valley weekend little website we built with all the information on. It's got all the maps on there as well with the routes. So the plan is, we plan to set off about 11 o'clock to start the ride. So if you're coming on that Saturday, you need to get there early, get your tent set up, go and get fuel, and basically be ready for 11 o'clock, because that's when we're going to head out. We'll then do the tour, go around Elan Valley. From Elan Valley we'll then go down to Linbrian, I think it's called Linbrian, the next reservoir down. I mean, although that's only, I think it's only about 33 miles south of Elan Valley, but it is through little country lanes, so you know that could be an hour's ride. Then we'll go around Linbrian, and then we'll head our way back to the campsite, where we will drink more beers and have food. Now there's nothing on the campsite, there's no food or shop or anything like that, so we are very close to the little town, so there is plenty of shops there. Yeah, so we will get food on the evening then, or if anybody's up super early Saturday morning, you can always pop to the shops and go and get it in ready for you. But there's everything there. There's a chip shop, there's a little mini supermarket, there's a pizza place, Indian, I think there's Chinese, so there's enough there for everybody to get, or if anybody wants to have a pot noodle or something like that. So yeah, so 11 o'clock we will be setting off, around 11ish. You know, if we can start a bit earlier then we can, but I think 11 o'clock is enough time for people to get there and get set up. I don't think anybody's taking like a massive 8-berth tent and blow up settee and all that stuff. So it should be, have I been up there before? Don't think so. So it should be quite an easy setup. And we can get out and do the ride. Now, the campsite can take a lot more people, a lot more tents, but because of the COVID social distancing, they've had to restrict the campsite to 30 tents. Now I think there's quite a few more who are coming just for the ride on the Saturday, going to ride down. Now you're not going to be allowed onto the campsite. We can't have visitors on the campsite. So right next to the campsite is literally right at the start of Elan Valley, right by the visitor tourist place with the car park. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to meet everybody there on that car park. So if you're not camping and you're coming down just for the ride, you need to be waiting on the visitor centre, Elan Valley Visitor Centre. I'll put another map up now where the visitor centre is, and you'll need to be there for about 11 o'clock, because it's only about 200 yards from the campsite. So that's where you will need to be, ready for us to meet you. And I mean, normally there's always hundreds of bikers there, loads and loads of bikers. I'm just going to shut my visor because there's a load of flies everywhere. So there's hundreds of bikers there. So what I was thinking was, anybody who is coming to meet us on the Saturday morning, so you're going to meet us on the visitor centre. So ideally, as soon as you pull into the car park, if you could park there instead of further down the campsite, if you could put your helmet on the floor in front of your front wheel. If we pull in the car park and there's like 70-80 bikers already there, we ain't going to know who's waiting for us. So if we can spot a bike with the helmet in front of the front wheel on the floor, so I think that's what we'll probably do, is put your helmet on the floor in front of your bike, and we'll know you are with us. I'll try and split the team up between all 30 bikers, so at least we've got enough coverage on our car now. So if we do get broken up, if anybody gets stuck at a junction or something like that, we've still got enough coverage. We won't need to be doing things like the drop-off system. You know, we're not on really any main roads, so the route through Elan Valley, for those who've done it, you'll know it. For those who haven't, you know, it's tiny little roads. There's no traffic lights, there's no islands. You're not going to be doing 90 miles an hour, so there might be the odd little break where, as if somebody's pulling in to let a car past. But we'd have plenty of stops to take photos. The usual rules for the campsite, which are pretty standard. You know, no fires, no loud noise after 10 p.m, no starting revenue engines. So, you know, just be mindful, guys, that there's going to be other people. The campsite's split up. I think there's like a part for caravans who've got electric hookups. We're in a separate field, but you know, 30 bikes started up, everybody's going to hear that, so just be a bit considerate for the others there, because it looks a fantastic site. With it being right next to Elan Valley, it's definitely something we want to do every year. We want to have the campsite, and hopefully next year, you know, once I suppose all lockdown and social distancing has been removed, we could probably fill the campsite and get about 50 of us on there. We'd only get too many because it'll be a nightmare just trying to get round Elan Valley with many more than that. I remember this road, I've come up this road before. It was a lot better coming up it than going down it. So yeah, you know, just be respectful. We're all going to have a laugh, we're all there to enjoy it. Obviously, you know, there might be kids around there, so, you know, just be careful of language and the usual. We all know how to act, we all know how to behave, but, you know, let's all have a good time, let's enjoy it. And then the Sunday, obviously, we get up, I'll probably put sort of title up now. I can't remember what time you have to leave the campsite by, but I'll put that up now just above my noggin. I think it might be about, it's either 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I can never fully remember. So obviously you need to be up early, packed up and packed away and head off home. So I'm hoping, you know, those dates, 11th and 12th of June, I'm hoping it's going to be nice and sunny by then. If there's any of you around Wales at that weekend, did you see us, you know, give us a toot, give us a wave. And the same again, guys, obviously after the ride we can go back to the campsite, but anybody who's not camping, unfortunately you can't come back to the campsite with us, you're not allowed on the site. Food, that's one thing I need to talk about. I have mentioned it on the website, and I think I've mentioned it before. Right, now round Elan Valley there is nowhere to stop to, no, there is places to stop to eat, there is nowhere to buy anything. There is no shop, no petrol station, so you will need to bring food with you, or if you're having a massive breakfast or something before we set off for the day. But yes, you need to bring food with you. We'll probably stop, again I'll put a bang another map up here. Once we go through Elan Valley we'll end up by the old slate mines, we can stop there for dinner. So, you know, we should probably get there for about 12ish. I mean, we could literally get there in about 25 minutes, but, you know, we'll be stopping for photos and Pig will be having the drone up. So we'll be stopping, yeah, about 12 o'clock is our plan, that we get to the old slate mines. We'll stop there for dinner. So a packed lunch, or a pasty and a Mars bar, or whatever you fancy. Make sure you've got it with you, and make sure your tank is full. Full tank of juice. It's not massive mileage. Oh, which way should we go? I know which way I'm going to go. I want to go the other way. Yeah, it's not massive mileage. I think the entire route's only about 90 miles. But obviously it's a lot of little roads like we're on now, so you know, you are going to be up and down the gearbox, so you want to make sure you've got a full tank. And once we've done Lynn Brian, there is a petrol station not far from there, so at least we can fit up to get back. So those are the little tips. If you're coming on the Saturday to camp, you need to get there early because we're setting off at 11 o'clock. Don't want to sound nasty, but it might be with or without you if you're not ready, because obviously we've got to consider everybody else. But yeah, so 11 o'clock be ready to set off. Second, bring food for your dinner, unless you can hold out, so bring food, bring a drink. Third, make sure your petrol tank's full of juicicles, because you will need it. And oh, what else? What could be next? So we've got juice, we've got food, we're setting off. You know, just be a bit mindful on the campsite. I don't think you can have barbecues or fires, so definitely not fires. I don't think you can have barbecues. I've wanted to look at this property here. So that's our little Elan Valley update. 11th, 12th of June. It's going to be brilliant. Just hope we get some good weather. I'm going to have a look at that. Now, where can I park the bike? If I I'll just go and have a quick look. Yeah, so I'd imagine that was some kind of a farmhouse. Oh, you could build a lovely little house up here. That would be great. I mean, look at that, you chop down these trees. And imagine that view you could have out your garden. That would be mega. That's it. 3-bay garage there for the bikes. Little showroom. Look at it. What a shame. You'd have that mega view, get rid of all the trees. Swimming pool there for the kids. Nice balcony off the bedroom, looking out, sitting there summer's evening, looking at the view, drinking my red wine. But I think I've mentioned before, who owns something like this? If I wanted to buy that, what do you do? Who do you contact? It could be a mega place, that could. One day, you never know. I might win the lottery and buy it. If anybody's new to the channel, you don't know who I am, where I'm from, what I do. Well, let me just show you something. I was not going to put that in gear. So I'm in the beautiful countryside. But I don't know if you can see out there. That's where I'm from. There's Birmingham. The dump. So this is called Halzowen Way. This is Halzowen, Blackheath. And if you can see over there in the distance, I don't know how well this camera's picking it up, but if you can see that white building there, just below that branch, that white building, that's the QE, Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham. So that's where they have all the medical, the military medical teams are there. So when we was having things like in Afghanistan with the soldiers, and I was, you know, getting limbs blown off and I was flying them back over, that's where they went to have all the special surgery, and that's where my mum was, in that hospital. And there you go. So you can get to see all that side, but that house is facing that way, which is facing towards Worcester, which is all the countryside. I need to win the lottery. Goose, you need to win the lottery for me. I think it's only right that you win it. I'd look after you, you know. I'd sort you out. Now, I don't know how much battery I've got left on these cameras. I didn't charge them the last time I used them. Actually, I thought there was a better viewpoint up here. I remember coming up here a couple of years ago. I wanted to catch the sunrise, and I think that date was expected to be about 36 degrees, and I think I got here, it was about 5:30, something like that, in the morning, and it was already about 27 degrees then, and I tried to catch the sunrise, but obviously it was just that hot and warm. It was just like a heat haze. And this place here, right, this spot here, was the very first place I flew my drone, when I first got the drone. Yeah, can you believe it? The very first place I flew it was on a public road above cars. Naughty, naughty, naughty. It's not much of a view, you're looking at a city. But for living in a city, this is the best. There we go, there's a good view. This is the best I get. This is my closest countryside, is Clent. Obviously we're not far from stepping into Worcester. We've got a nice little cafe here. Oh yeah, let's pull in here and have a look. I'm not going to park the bike there. Well, we could go down there actually. Please do not feed the horses. Trust me, if Vic was here, you ain't got to worry about him feeding them. There we go, it's a bit of a better view. Albury, Alzoian, and Birmingham over there on the horizon. Give it to the M5 actually. A little update video, just wanted to, I didn't want to try and put all that information about the Elan Valley weekender in a post on Facebook, because sometimes you trying to get it across, you don't word it very well, and some people read it how they interpret it, so I thought it's easier to say it. But I'll put plenty of links up and maps up just trying to explain it all. But it should be a good weekender, looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming. I know all you have been eager to do it. Right, let's get back. I want some wine. I want my tea. And we'll see actually how this chest camera came out, this chest mount. You know, it's nothing fancy, nothing expensive. I think it was $6.99 off Amazon. Just a cheap little one, you know. The straps will probably break in about a week or something. But I thought I'd try it out. Because my view, I never have a centre view of the bike, because my camera's here on the side of my helmet, which is still flashing, so it's still recording. It's not gone flat yet. So it'd be nice to see that view. To be honest with you, I did put a route in the map, but I haven't followed it. And actually, I've got my cardo is beeping. Keep saying low battery, low battery. What I didn't realise, I didn't switch my cardo off on the last time I used it. So the last time I went out on my bike was 27th of April. I put my helmet back under the stairs. I haven't got it out till today. Now I don't know, I'm not convinced the cardo battery lasts that long. Obviously it's been connected to nothing, so I suppose it hasn't been using power, it's just been, I'd imagine, a standby mode. But yeah, I put my helmet on and straight away I saw my phone connect to it. So 7th today, 7th, so that's like, oh, we're talking there 2 weeks basically, yeah, about 2 weeks. Maybe they do. Maybe there's no activity, they go to standby mode. I don't really know. My peoples, I'm going. Never mind boring you enough, I've bored myself enough now. So, I'll see you on the next video. I don't know when it'll be, I don't know where we will be, I don't know who I will be with. But there will be another video, that I guarantee you. So see you soon, bye for now. Oosh!